Forever. Dog.
This episode of Midnight Snack is brought to you by Aventon Bikes and E-Bikes. Stay tuned to find out how you can win a brand new commuter e-bike. Now enjoy this episode. How could you not?
Forever. Dog.
We're back. Hi, everybody. It's Michelle Collins, Midnight Snack. I'm joined once again. I feel like if you took a biopsy of my heart and you wanted to see like what was the spirit living in my heart, it would be my guest this week. Does that make sense? It was meant as a compliment, but it sounded creepy. DJ Shangela Pierce, aka, of course, the one and only Shangela. Follow Shangy on Insta and Twitter at It's Shangela. And you have to download and subscribe on Spotify to this podcast, Hallelujah Happy Hour. Shangy, tell everyone, what is this podcast going to be first and foremost?
Okay, so what I'm doing right now, and hallelujah, I love that I'm in your heart because, you know, I be feeling like we got the beat, we got the beat, we got. So that's how your heart would be puttering like that all the time.
I'm going to check out, yeah.
And something that makes my heart putter is the new hosted show that I'm doing over on Spotify. You know, this is a brand new tool that Spotify has that they're allowing us to blend conversation with music and playlists and songs actually in the show. And the really cool thing is that all the artists of these music selections are being not only credited, but also receiving, you know, however they do their royalties or whatever they're benefiting from it. So it's really fun. I get to bring on special guests. And like you said, it's Hallelujah Happy Hour, honey. And even though we can't get together right now in person, we can still come together in this particular show for a really fun time. I sip cocktails, we spill tea, and you know, just like we're having fun now, that's how we have some fun. It's every week over on Spotify for free. You don't even have to be a member. For free.
I have to say, I love this idea so much because I feel like no one listens really to radio anymore. I'm not talking serious where I am gainfully employed, but I'm talking like FM, AM, you know, you're driving around, whatever. But everyone is so addicted to their apps that it's great that they're kind of hearkening into that FM style of having like a DJ who tells stories and engages and then blending it with music. What a genius idea. I'm surprised it took so long.
And my name is DJ. So isn't it appropriate?
Yes.
My real name is DJ. So everyone always asks me all the time, like, oh, you're a DJ? It's DJ Shay. I'm like, no, my initials are for Darius Jeremy. I'm DJ. But now I'm an actual DJ as well. So hallelujah.
You know what's funny? My initials are MC. And anytime I'm asked to MC an event, I'm like, it's the same thing. Sometimes destiny calls.
MC Collins. Come on, MC Collins. Break me off a 1-2.
Do you like weddings? Why do I feel like I used to love weddings when I was younger. And now as I'm aging, maybe because I'm just so bitter, I feel like in the past like 5 years, I don't have nearly as much fun at weddings. Why is that?
Okay, people love me at weddings because I do lovely gift buying. I love going and getting the gift wrapped and not wrapping myself, but like having it wrapped, showing up with like a large gift with a white bow. I think something about white wrapping with a white bow is just so classy and fabulous to me. I love that. I love dancing at receptions. If they want to they're like, oh, no one's dancing. I'm like, girl, let me get started. Go tell the DJ to put on Sierra and watch me turn it out here. Or a Michael Jackson song and watch me get these old people up. And I will do it. I'll go dance with the mother of the bride. Be like, come on, mama, let's work, honey.
Oh, I love it.
I love weddings. But the thing I don't love about weddings, it reminds me that I don't have one.
Yes.
I don't have a wedding. I never had a wedding. If I wanted a wedding, I guess I could probably go find one.
You could find a wedding, but it may not last long. But you could definitely find one.
Yeah, I mean, I went to Latrice. You may know Latrice Royale from RuPaul's Drag Race
icon,
as well.
yeah.
Latrice married her husband, Chris. I believe it was actually 2018. She posted a TBT. I was like, really? Damn, I thought it was just last year. But in 2018, they got married. And a lot of us were invited to the wedding, a lot of the Drag Race girls. And we had so much fun. It was beautiful. And I remember sitting there and bawling as they gave their vows. And it wasn't because, you know, I was sitting there without a date. I was there with my best friend.
Right.
As we single people do.
Yes.
And,
he looked right at me.
But it was
looked right at me.
I love Yes, exactly.
He literally bore holes through me. He went, as us single people do. My laptop shorted out. Go on. No, it's fine.
No. You have to know, though, I'm like a hopeless romantic. I think the reason I was bawling is because think about the movies that I watched, like my classics, Made in Manhattan, The Wedding Planner, My Best
all of these
Friend's
Oscar-winning
Wedding,
films.
Bride Wars.
Yes.
Like, oh, yeah. Big
AFI's top movie, Made in Manhattan. I don't know if you knew.
You better leave me alone, because Kate Hudson in anything, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, come on.
She is good.
These are classic, amazing, fabulous movies. The Best Man. Like, I love seeing these beautiful love stories. And, you know, I'm not going to say I'm absent with love in my life. I don't have love in my life. I do, but I just haven't locked in on any one person just yet. And maybe it's because I've always been on the go, literally for the past whole decade. And this pandemic time has really sat me down like, ooh, girl, I've been going through my phone. I'll be scrolling through that because, you know, I usually say people's name with like cute or BF or husband or
of course.
Something like that.
I do emojis.
So during this, I've been like, oh, you do?
I do like an emoji to remind myself, but then it's a bad idea because what ends up happening is when I learn to hate that person, anytime anyone else uses the emoji, it's like Pavlov, like coming in where I'm like, oh, not that emoji. You know what I mean? I'm just like,
she's triggered. Y'all.
I'm so
She's
easily triggered. You know, I could imagine for you, because you travel so much, let's call pre-pandemic, because the past few months, obviously, same thing. You know, I've been hearing a lot from like old flames, but it's very hard to establish something new. It is, you know, even if you trust someone enough to go on a date without a mask on, I don't know, just to connect or like make out with someone new like that, it just feels strange to do. But let's pretend that there's no pandemic and life was normal. You're on the road constantly. And frankly, I imagine because you're famous, I wonder if, I'm curious for you, if you are sometimes more skeptical when you meet someone, if they're interested in you or if they're more interested in the shine that is Shangela. Is that something that ever crosses your mind?
I've had to learn to be. Really, Michelle, I've had to learn to be, because again, you know me, I am everybody I meet. If you have good energy and I have good energy, all of a sudden we besties. Yeah. And I mean it. It's really authentic because I love people and I have a great time with people. And because of that kind of, maybe it's my Southern, I don't want to say Southern ignorance, but just like Southern warmth where I envelop everybody. Like, it's like Fantasia. She met you, she liked you, she said, come to my house and eat with my family. She was serious. And I believe that. And so that's how I always was with people. And so in doing that with dates, I kind of had to figure out along the way, like, oh, my besties, because my besties are like pit bull terriers with me.
Really?
They're like, you're not getting to him. How dare you? This is not the guy for you. You know, they're very that. They give them the whole like third degree and all that. And I'm like, guys, be nice, you know? And my friend would call me the next day and be like, I know that wasn't you that posted a picture of the two of you and tagged his Instagram. You need to drop him today. And I'd go back and look at my story, and the guy either on my story or on my actual feed had posted a photo of himself and tagged himself like, go follow at whatever his name was. And I'm like, ooh, okay, yeah, my bad. I shouldn't have an easy code like 11111, huh? I've changed it.
Wait, they were literally hacking into your Instagram to do it, or they were like
my code was
tagging you?
11111. I don't think it was a hacking.
Yeah.
But no, they would like literally get my phone, go into my Instagram because it's already logged in, and then just like taking a picture of themselves and hitting like follow for follows.
No, sorry,
like,
that is actually. I thought you were saying that they took, let's say, a photo with you and then just on their feed, which would also be definitely embarrassing. Even let's say if you know a guy's interested in you, to then like tag you on Instagram the next day to be like, here with Shange, blah blah blah, to me would be a deal breaker, because it's like, you know, I'm a person, I'm not. It's really tough, and I don't think other people realize. I'm saying this as though I'm like a big celebrity. I'm saying for you that it's just hard because, do you like how I fix that? But it's true though. You know,
I did, but you are too though.
No, but you know what I mean though. No, but I don't really get it like that, especially from straight men don't know who the fuck I am. I mean, you want to talk about a group of people who have literally no clue who I am? Straight men, especially.
They don't know me either, girl. They don't know me
the
either.
two of us there, we could walk down the street together in like Denver, Colorado. Nobody would talk to us. Like, it would just be you and me, babe, and that would be it. But I think that there is like a weird line, and even with friends actually, or people, you know, let's say in comedy, who like want to be friends, and then I realize, oh, it's because they want like connections in comedy, which is fine, and there's respect in that, but I don't really make friends to like, you know what I mean by that? Like, it's too soon. I don't want to be used either.
It's really scary. Yeah. It's scary how cautious we have to sometimes be in it. And, you know, I look at friends of mine who've been in the business for a very long time, and a lot of times are single, and they have encouraged me, like, Meet someone now. Meet someone that you can build some trust
Right.
with, because the longer you stay in this business, the more jaded you'll get. And you'll get set in your ways, and you won't want to entertain any type of compromise in any way, or figuring out the whole trust level. Because for me, even now, sometimes if I'm having a DM conversation with someone, I'll backspace a lot out. Not that I say a whole bunch of like, "Ooh," and there are no nudes of me floating around. Now everyone I've dated is going to start looking through their phone. But
They find nudes of me. They're like,
she
oh
lies.
shit.
He lies. Right. But I have to be super careful. Like some guys sometimes will screenshot, like even if we're like talking on
Yeah, of
DM,
course.
they'll screenshot our DMs and then post it and then be like, guess who I was talking to earlier, to all of their followers. I don't even know. Like I would say, I'm not even that cool that's not going to get you any clout, baby. Trust me. I don't think so. So it's just really weird. And dating has always been, it's just, I love to date.
Right.
I think I'm a fun dater. I think I'm a fun person, but we'll see where I end up. And if not, girl, me and you and some TGI Fridays will be just fine together.
TGI Fridays and a TJ Maxx day, all the T's. It's called Spill the Tea, but it's us just going to all the TJs, TGIs.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of what else there would be.
A TI concert.
Yeah,
A TI concert.
I love TI. Mildly problematic. We overlook it for TI. Now listen, that's an interesting thing to hear you talk about that, because I wonder what it's like for a lot of the other Drag Race girls too, because the cult around Drag Race has become so huge. I mean, it's now truly broken past just being a show that like the LGBTQ community watches. It's now a massive hit. There are versions of it all over the world. And I mean, you're one of the OG girls from the show. You're like basically one of its, I think, biggest, most successful stars. So I do wonder, I'm glad that you talked about it, because I imagine being single now it just has to be hard to try to meet someone you don't get creepy vibes from. Are you on the apps?
Yeah, I think that if I end up with someone at this point, I probably have already met them. Unless they really come through and sweep me off my feet. I have already met them now, but it's, someone once told me never go back, but
true.
I'm starting to go back through and go, well, maybe
don't.
Everything that I thought in my like early 20s was bad wasn't so bad. So let's try this one more time.
Well, in my case, I couldn't go back to a lot of them because they're married now. And then the ones that I have,
I was going to say restraining order.
Because they're all in prison now. But then the ones that I have gone back to, I always regret it. I always do. It never ends. It never ends right. It ends actually more painfully than it did initially, in my experience. And
because then you go, I knew better.
I fucked myself. That's what I say every time. I go, why am I this fucking stupid? I scream it in the mirror. My neighbors are like, we hear you. And I'm yelling it. I'm just screaming it.
Well, next time do it in a Fantasia voice. Why am I stupid?
I fucking hate you. Like screaming.
Get you stupid.
Her speaking French is going to haunt my remaining days. I need to see this video. You have to send this to me, by the way. I love Fantasia so much.
I'm going to send you a link to it. It's Fantasia Lady Marmalade. That's all you have to type in on YouTube.
Need it.
Fantasia Lady Marmalade. And you'll hear her go, Creole lady, hey! That's it.
Wait, Shange, let's talk a little bit about, we obviously have to talk about Drag Race a little bit. You were on the show 3 times. You never won, which is how we even...
Well, technically I was on 6. I was a contestant in 3 different seasons,
right.
Season 2, Season 3, Season All-Stars 3. And I jumped out of Jujubee's body as a joke on All-Stars 2. I was on the Christmas special. And I also was on Season 4 when I jumped out of a box and Rue had me burned in that box and eaten by drag queen zombies in the hood. So yes, 6 times.
Amazing credits. Unbelievable. And that you remember them all is like also really impressive. Hey, Midnight Snackers. It's a very exciting day here on the podcast. I don't know whom amongst you follows me on Instagram, but a few months ago, I posted very proudly that I got an electric bike from Aventon, and I have literally fallen in love with my bike. And I thought, because it was electric, that I actually wouldn't get as much exercise from it than from your regular bike. But take it from me, fitness guru Michelle Collins, that you actually do get a workout. It's basically a regular bike. But if you're like me and you're not like in top shape, you can go anywhere you want. If you run out of steam or whatever it is, you can just flip that battery right on and it takes you where you need to go. So it's sort of the perfect bike for all occasions. You can go far, you can go on a quick ride. You get to choose the level of assistance you want from 1 to 5. And, you don't need the assistance, but I love the assistance. You don't even need to pedal when you turn that stuff on. It just takes you right into it. It makes it great for exercising, commuting, or just cruising around, enjoying the breeze through your freshly cut hair. And guess what? I love Aventon. I want you to love it too. So here's the deal. We're giving one lucky listener, could be you, an Aventon e-bike. That's right. You can win one of these for yourself. You have to go to Aventon. I'm saying it another way it's spelled. Aventon, AVENTON.com/midnight snack to enter your chance at winning a brand new e-bike. And guess what? You've got till November 30th. May we all live that long to enter this giveaway. So spend the next few months just entering over and over again. Aventon.com/midnight snack. Gling, gling. That's me wishing you good luck.
Hi, Forever Dog listeners. It's Manila Luzon.
And Latrice Royale.
This year, we've seen what staying silent can do. And right now, you have an unprecedented opportunity to speak up. Cast your vote and be heard.
It's never too early to register to vote, but it might be too late before you know it.
We want to help make it easy for you to register and have a plan for November 3rd, or before if early voting is an option in your state, so that your country can finally reflect your values.
Go to foreverdogpodcast.com/vote to register. Check on your registration often and learn how to fill out your ballot.
Each state is different, so make sure you're following local rules and regulations.
And remember, your voice, your vote.
That's foreverdogpodcast.com/vote.
Take care of yourselves and take care of each other.
Hello, Forever Dog listeners. This is Julie Klausner.
And I'm Tom Sharpling.
And we host a podcast called Double Threat on the Forever Dog Network that we are commanding you to subscribe to. Tom, what is Double Threat?
Well, thank you for asking, Julie. Double Threat's a show where you and I listen to clips of things that drive us up the wall, and we make fun of them, and we make each other laugh, and we have a great time doing it.
And we watch silly things and listen to silly clips, like Alec Baldwin interviewing Woody Allen on his podcast, which was a nightmare from hell.
And did you know that disgraced pizza magnate Papa John is giving tours of his mansion over on TikTok? We do, because we watched it, and it was not good.
By the way, we should also mention that the AV Club named us one of the best podcasts of 2020 because they did, and it's true, and we are, baby.
And here on Double Threat, we got great guests. We had guests like Desus and Mero,
Bob the Drag Queen,
Patton Oswalt,
Io Adebri.
And that, my friends, is just the tip of the iceberg.
That
Double
is.
Threat comes out each and every Monday, and you can subscribe on the Forever Dog Network, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Do it. Subscribe. Goodbye.
Rue has gotten so much shit lately. You know, I love RuPaul. Like, I feel like Rue has broken so many barriers, so many stereotypes, has carved a path. And you would think if anyone could avoid, like, and I'm air quoting here, like cancellation, or you know what I mean, in the scheme of the world. And yet even RuPaul got hit. I feel like on Twitter, and you know, I follow 90% of the people I follow, it's gay Twitter, you know that. And they're really mad at Rue. And I am confused by it in a way. I know that the fracking thing is a big conversation. I'm just curious, and I don't want to have you throw anybody under the bus. Obviously, that's not what this podcast does. But I'm just wondering if you have thoughts on it, and if you know, just where you kind of stand on it, because it surprises me that after everything that Rue has done, I mean, I guess people can still make mistakes, of course, but it feels bad, you know, that people are turning on RuPaul.
Well, I think everyone has a different relationship with the idea of what RuPaul represents and who RuPaul is. I think back to me growing up and finding the Supermodel of the World CD in my mom's collection and listening to it and going, oh my God, that's a man dressed in a dress and I am living, you know, and getting so much life from the Supermodel song and watching Rue have a talk show and trailblaze for people who were different. And he's had that same message about everybody say love for decades on decades, right? And then, I was parking cars. I worked with Jennifer Lewis's assistant when I first moved to LA for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. And she had a Christmas party once. I thought I was invited. Nope, she'd invited me to park the cars.
What is this, Coming to America 2? What is this, the trailer for Coming to America?
Totally. So I'm outside and RuPaul drives up and I'm like, oh, it's RuPaul. Wow. And I remember asking him for a photo and I was so thrilled. He was so tall and it was beautiful to me. And then to fast forward and be a contestant on a show and then disappoint him by being so bad, I guess, the first and second season and leaving, but then him inviting me back to come on season 3 and then giving me this gift and seeing something in me that at the time I really didn't even see in myself. I just started doing drag. I didn't know if that was really going to be something that I was going to pursue as a career. It was like a 10 times I've ever done it hobby.
Right.
And I just never gave up on it because I had a love for it. I think he saw that ability in me before I even saw it in me. And so I think, it depends on what your relationship with RuPaul is. Now, I don't have his number. I can't pick it up and text him right now. That's not the relationship that we have. But I admire him for all the doors that he's kicked down and trailblazed. They tried to sell RuPaul's Drag Race, the show, for years before it even got an opportunity to be on TV. So those are the things that I value and honor about RuPaul. Now it's my turn. Now it's my turn to go out here and kick down some doors and create some opportunities. I'm not sitting up waiting for Ru to stand up for this or give us, this trail. He's done it. And I think maybe, I don't know, again, I haven't called it. We haven't talked about this, but I would think that he probably feels it at this point, maybe like when some things are controversial, it's not worth addressing. People should know what I stand for because of the 40 years that I've been doing this. I'm not going to argue with 12-year-olds on Twitter about, how inclusive my show is or anything. If you look at the breadth of the show, it's not just RuPaul picking people and doing everything, but it is RuPaul's show. And it does have great inclusivity, I would feel like, on the show. I think some people get upset, especially a lot of times Ru got hit with that, well, the show isn't inclusive of trans performers, and trans performers are a big part of our drag community. And I agree. I think trans performers are a huge part of our drag community and have made great influence and deserve to be featured. But here's the deal. If it's not on RuPaul's Drag Race, let's make another show. Let's create more opportunities. The problem is there was just one avenue for so many of us for so long that when it felt like we were shutting ourselves out or different parts of our community out, it felt wrong. But hopefully that would inspire people to go do your own, honey, or let's go and push down these doors. Let's create more shows and tell more amazing stories in our community. So, that's kind of where I stand. I hope to be one of those people that's out there doing it and helping take care of our people. I kicked off a charity at the start of this pandemic called Feed the Queens, which we've raised about $80,000 to help provide food grants, $200 each, to out-of-work drag entertainers, trans drag entertainers, drag kings, drag queens, anyone who is working in drag before the pandemic and you face some losses. You can go over to feedthequeens.com, hit the apply button, post 2 links of yourself performing within the last year, and you're going to get that money for those groceries. Wonderful. So that's important. That's what Ru has inspired me to do and those around me that I see being active.
See, it's funny because I look at Ru and I'm like, here's someone who clearly came up. We know his story, and just everything he's been through. And I myself hope to one day get so wealthy that people hate me. Like, I really hope one day. And I understand.
Oh, she got money, don't she?
Yeah.
Don't she got money?
You know what I mean, though? I feel like Ru got so successful that it turned. You know what I mean? Where it was just like, oh, now people are going to look at him sideways a little bit. And I will tell you that I do think he's done and said things that are incorrect, and just the fracking thing is not great. But that's what comes with being rich. I think once you just get successful and rich, the world as I know it right now, and as, middle class people and below know it, that's no longer your world. You don't really care. You're like, I'm in this new space. I'm on a new level, and it's a different reality. Unfortunately, it's really crazy.
But we the people down here still in like middle income and middle America, or people around me, our fans, they want you to feel like you still
of
care.
Course.
And when
of course,
I feel like Beyonce's a billionaire. Okay. But I feel like Beyonce still cares. Beyonce is at Walmart during Christmas on the intercom, handing out gift cards.
She literally had a song called I Care. So
Hello, come on, from the 4 album. Don't do it with me, girl. Don't do it with me.
I love that song.
She did it on top of a piano.
I love that song. I could sit through. I've seen Beyonce, I want to say 4 times live. I've been very blessed in my life to be able to go. And she's the only performer that I would say that, including Celine Dion, and I love Celine, I would shell out unlimited dollars to see Beyonce again. The best live show. She puts the show on, the dancers, the sets. It's like you walk into a different world. It's so exciting. And Jay-Z, what can you say about Jay-Z? When I saw their tour together, I did use the bathroom quite a bit while he was on, but I wasn't upset.
You know what though? Let me be honest with you, Michelle. I said I was going to do that too. I was like, well, that's when I'll go get a drink. That's when I'll go get some popcorn. But I surprisingly knew a lot of the Jay-Z music that was in the not Mrs. Carter, oh my God, which is the Carter's tour that they did on the run.
Yeah.
And the one with the running. Yeah, that's the one.
I had the runs. Yeah.
Well, I jumped. Fuck the runs. I was jumping. I jumped that entire to the point where I had really close seats, mind you, because Mama makes a check here and there, and Beyonce I was spending on. And I was like 3rd row. Wow. And I remember Jay-Z literally, I don't know if he really meant me, but he looked like he looked at me because he was like, all right, I want y'all to jump. And I started jumping. He goes, yo, man, not yet. I think it was me he was talking
without a doubt.
I was the one who started
By
jumping.
the way, 100%.
Yeah.
I can't believe Jay-Z talked. I can't believe you had a date with Patti LaBelle, basically, and that Jay-Z's talked to you. What a blessed life.
Wait a minute. Baby. Now that was from the stage when I think he talked to me. Let me tell you when I knew he talked to me. When I performed for Beyonce at the GLAAD Awards in 2019, got a standing ovation from Beyonce and Jay-Z afterward when I'm in the back like cheering with my team like, oh my God.
Yeah, of course. I saw that, by the way.
And
incredible.
Beyonce mentioned my name on stage. She goes, I didn't expect any of this. I put a run in my stockings, dancing to Shangela. I was like, ah! And then afterwards, they're like, Beyonce would like to meet you. So I zoomed to like this private little hotel room where she was meeting select guests, she and Jay-Z. But Jay-Z, I come in there now, I'm dressed as Beyonce. I got the Beyonce hair. I got a cute little dress on. I just performed for Beyonce. Yeah. And as she was saying hello to like Janet Mock, I think.
I love Janet.
Speaking of Janet, I'm standing in a corner. Well, who do I look standing next to? Because he didn't want to be in the light and all that. Jay-Z. And so I'm standing next to Jay-Z dressed as Beyonce, and I'm thinking, what do I say to this man? Like, what can I say to him that makes us like cool together? Yeah. Like me and Jay-Z vibing. So I like looked at him and I was like, so you're from New York, right? And he goes, yo man, Brooklyn, man, you gotta say Brooklyn, all right? He was like really nice, but he was like, yo, not just New York, Brooklyn. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm from Texas. Yeah. He's like, okay, that's what's up. And then I was like, yeah, I had nothing to say. I felt like, why?
I honestly, the amount of pressure that I can't even imagine. I've seen Beyonce in person at like, this is just me dropping like my brag shit too. I'm like, let me brag. I just walked by her at the Vanity Fair Oscar party because I was like working for Vanity Fair. So that was very chic. But the fact that I was even in a room like where she wasn't standing above me, where like we were on the same floor. It's like, I cannot fucking believe that Beyonce is here. I mean, this is to me like the Mahatma. Beyonce. This is like Gandhi walking basically right by me. Unbelievable.
When I met her, I had all this that I wanted to say to her, like, you were the first number I ever performed in drag in 2009. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And all I could do was repeat everything that she said to me. Like, she was like, oh, you were so good. I was like, you're so good. You're so good. And she was like, thank you. I could tell you were really in it by watching your face. I was like, I watch your face. I watch your face.
It's amazing. So it's amazing how stupid we become when we meet certain celebrities. Like
Yes.
There's a handful of moments in my life I can think back to where I've met someone who was so famous. Now, it's different, I think, like when I was on The View and like, let's say Hugh Jackman came on, I was able to get it together. And I love Hugh, but I was able to get it together because I was working. It's like, oh, I'm on TV here. This is not just me like at the supermarket. I'm in a dress, I have makeup on. I remember when my first job out of college, I was working, I got fired a month later, by the way, but I was working at the Sci-Fi Channel, funny enough, in their PR department. Unlike your experience at TGI Fridays, they did not tell me to move to LA. They told me to pack my things and leave. And it's fine. It was just a different experience. I wasn't made for PR. It's not for me, especially for the Sci-Fi Channel. They'd be like, can you grab those William Shatner files? I'd be like, no, I really don't feel like it. I hate this. I was like, I hate everything. It's like, I hate science fiction. Exactly. It was so bad. Everyone there was like hideous. Anyway, so, but we got to go to the TCAs in Pasadena, which it was at the Ritz-Carlton at the time. Now it's the Langham Hotel. Gorgeous hotel, stunning. It's where all the bachelor weddings are, by the way. And there was a wedding going on that weekend. And I want to say it was that Sugar Ray was getting married. Not the musical performer,
Fly. Sugar Ray? Or Sugar Ray Leonard, the boxer?
I believe Sugar Ray Leonard, the boxer, was either getting married or his... I'm going to die laughing.
Somebody with the sugar.
No.
Somebody diabetic. It was somebody related to sugar. It was, it was
Sugar
a granule of a person.
It was not a granular person. It was Salty Jenkins. I am so sorry it was Salty Jenkins.
Salty Jenkins.
No.
Get salty.
Stupid. I'm going to literally kill you. No. Sugar Ray was for sure there, the boxer, but we heard that Will Smith was there and that he was like the best man. Now, this was like, Will Smith that's a list. This is, my favorite Will Smith movie, shockingly, is 6 Degrees of Separation. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's like,
homosexual.
Hello.
Of course I have.
Homosexual Will and, Weezer Kittredge with Donald Sutherland and Stockard Channing. It's just one of the best movies. So I was like, I cannot believe. And also Bad Boys, Martin Lawrence is the long love of my life, whatever. So he walked in and he's wearing, and I'm
Big Mama. Yeah.
No, Martin is my man. Like Martin.
No, he played
Yes,
Big Mama.
he sure did.
In Big Mama's
But
house.
I want to be his Big Mama. Like I want to smother him with my ass cheeks. Now listen. So I'm standing at the Ritz-Carlton with these like 3 like homely girls, sci-fi girls. I mean, no shade. They were horrible to me. It's not the point. We're standing in this little, like very grand Gone with the Wind kind of stairway. And who's coming up the steps? It's just the 4 of us. Will Smith in a gray suit. I mean, the guy is like about as hot as it gets. It's, it's Will. My God.
Yes.
And we see him, and I don't remember what happened to my body. Like, I think about it, and now I wouldn't be as jaded, but I was like 21. I mean, I was a kid. And he looked at us individually, and he went, good morning, hi, good morning, 4 times. He said, good morning, hello, good morning, hi. And I stood there and I did not say good morning to Will Smith. I literally looked at him. I couldn't speak English. Like I went full Fantasia. I went,
I would have.
I went,
Fantasia.
I went full Fantasia. I couldn't speak. And I called my mom after and I go, Ma, Will Smith just said good morning to me. And I just stood there and I didn't respond. And she went, my mother's out of her mind. She went, so what? He shits just like you do. He shits just like you do. I went, what?
Mama said, I got 2 feet placed firmly on the ground.
In front of the toilet. She was like, he shits just like you do. What's the problem? And I said, okay, when you put it that way, like it's a good point to make. But I still.
But if he does shit, girl, it's got to be out of those 2 beautiful. Will Smith is stacked in the back.
Oh.
Like he's been doing squats at the gym since, 1997.
No, his stools are smooth. There's no air bubbles come up in the toilet. When you make.
No, he takes a Colace. Something tells me he takes a
Linzess.
He takes a Colace to be smooth. Very loose booty. Because I'm going to tell you, I met him one time only. He was, look, this is not me trying to trump your story in any way.
It's too late.
Adding on
it's
to
too late. Your celebrity stories are better than mine. It's okay. You're Shangela.
No,
it's all right. Go on.
No. He got I was volunteering for the AFI Film Festival. See, you were working. At least you had a job and a check. I was volunteering for AFI Film Festival. And it was the year that the movie Lions for Lambs came out with him and just with Tom Cruise. He wasn't even in the movie, but he and Tom Cruise were like bestie friends. And so he came to the red carpet event to support Tom.
Oh, nice.
And he got out of the carpet and the man who was in charge looked at me and goes, who wants to walk Will? Girl, my hand went up. Up. So I got to walk Will Smith, like to press outlet down the carpet. And he was in a gray suit. And I just remember the baby stacked in the back. That's all I want to say. Give me that donkey butt and them big old legs. Ow.
He has got he's perfect. He's physically perfect, funny. You like Jada? I mean, you can't talk shit.
I'm the Jada Pinkett Smith of drag.
Are you? Why is that?
Because when I'm back on season 3, it's something I said when we had to go out and do daytime drag and like daylight. And I was telling baby, ain't nobody gonna clock me. I'm the Jada Pinkett Smith up in here. Because that's who I thought I looked like when I was in drag. I thought I was Jada Pinkett, honey. Yes, I was Jada Pinkett.
You know what's funny about Jada Pinkett Smith is that I didn't really know a lot about her. And then I saw Girls Trip, which everyone was like going crazy about Girls Trip. And I saw it and I was like, it's all right. Jada was the funniest one in that movie. Apologies.
Honey, no. You want to get into Jada, you go to Set It Off.
Oh,
you go to
shit.
Low Down Dirty Shame.
Yeah.
Those are the classic Jada Pinkett Smith movies that made, to me, Jada Pinkett Smith. When Jada Pinkett Smith is starring opposite Keenan Ivory Wayans in A Low Down Dirty Shame, that was her ticket,
Wow.
baby. And then when she was Stoney in Set It Off opposite Queen Latifah, okay, and Vivica A. Fox, baby.
Can I say something that's going to make you hate me? And I know it's already too late. I've never seen Set It Off. I know. And I consider...
That doesn't make me hate
I know.
you.
I'm embarrassed.
I do not hate those for you know not what you don't know.
That's beautiful. That's why I need to become religious. I really need to, you're teaching me so much. No, I really need to watch Set It Off. I know that it's on a bus. Am I wrong? I remember Queen Latifah on a bus, or is that Speed? What am I confusing it with?
That is the closing scene.
Go on.
The closing scene. She leaves, one of the girls, I'm not going to spoil it for you, leaves on a bus to Mexico. That's
is that it?
One of the girls.
I thought they were fighting on a bus.
Scene.
What am I thinking of? Someone DM me.
No, honey, they ain't fighting on a bus. No. You go get you Set It Off. I'm telling you, that is worth the watch. It is a dramatic, amazing. 4 women from the hood become bank robbers in order to make it out the hood. Come on.
I do love that. I know. I love robbing movies. Did you ever go through a phase where you stole things? Because I did. That's why I'm asking you, not to be like shady at all. I in the 8th grade stole. I had a short shoplifting phase, and I got caught, and it stopped. But it was exciting.
My grandma would have. I was fearful of what my grandmother would do if I got busted. I came from a world where they used to whoop people with extension cords. Okay, if I felt the fan, like we didn't have like central heat and air. We had, because we didn't grow up with a lot of money, so we had like wall unit air conditioners, and if it was really hot, we had a little fan that spun around. Baby, if you were in there in the room with the fan going, and all of a sudden the fan just slowed to a stop, somebody's about to get that ass whooped. Excuse my language. But that means my grandmother had unplugged that extension cord because the fan couldn't reach the whole walls.
She had
to have an extension cord. But if you were getting a whooping, you were getting it with that extension cord. So if the fan went off, I was like, I didn't do it. I start crying immediately because I knew it was about to go down.
God, that's really dark. Like you need, I know earlier you said you were writing a book, or you planned on writing a book. I really hope you do, because what you just described in a movie, like I could picture it almost like in No Country for Old Men. You know how they kept showing his shoes, like just watching the blades just kind of just gradually slow down, and then cutting back to your little baby face. You must have been the cutest kid. I know you've posted pictures of you as a little boy, and you could eat you up. I mean, so cute. You were a good kid.
Got me out of a lot.
Yeah, no, you're still so cute. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you better stop.
You are.
So
I've been looking at you the whole time.
Self.
How's your mom doing, by the way?
Oh, Deb is good. She's in there right now. I'm quarantining in Paris, Texas. I've been here for the last 8 months with my family. I live in LA, but when the pandemic hit, I was like, well, this will probably last for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So let me just run on to Texas real quick and spend it with the Deb. And my mom has recently moved to Paris to help take care of my grandma. And so we were all in this house together. It's a house that I actually bought for my grandmother last August as a surprise, and now we're all living in it. So hey, hallelujah.
Worked out for you. How has it been going? I feel like if I had to move in, my parents are quarantining together, amazingly still married, and they've not left their apartment since March 5th, if you can imagine. So they've not left their apartment. They're in Miami. So Florida is just like one big corona spore. It's just the most disgusting state in the world and in this country. How I just feel like if I had to go home and spend time with them for more than a week, I would have had a mental break. But I know that you're very close with your mom, so it's been okay.
No, I'm going to tell you. But here's the deal. When you come home, and I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but I automatically go back into almost, it feels like I'm 12.
That's what
again.
I mean.
Now, this is a new house.
Yeah.
So it's not, but when we were at my grandma's old house, I was like, I'm back in the room that I like grew up in. So, and they all treat me like, I'm 12. Some of it I like, which is like, DJ, breakfast is ready. Okay. Ooh, poor me. I don't know how to cook. Somebody help me, please. Oh, I don't know what to do with this fork. Someone feed me.
It's like alphabet cereal. You're like, yummy, my favorite. It's like for little babies.
Totally. Yeah. It's like if you get sick and your mom or someone is there to take care of you, you're like, oh, I love this. But it's also like, I'm an adult. I'm in my 30s, and you can't, you guys shouldn't expect me home at a certain hour. Of course, now I don't have to worry about that. But it's, there are certain things that you get accustomed to. I have to say, though, this has been, I would have never wished for a pandemic on us to lock us all in. But it's been a huge blessing to me because, I've been on the road for the past 8 years consistently. 2018, I did a tour, 184 cities around the world. Wow. I performed on 6 out of 7 continents, even just in that 1 year. Antarctica's the only one I got left. And yes, I'm doing a penguin number.
I would shit. Please let me come. I will be your roadie. I'll strike sets. Let me come with you in Antarctica, please.
Okay, come on. I've already looked it up. There is a Ponant cruise that goes from South America down to Antarctica, around Ushuaia and back. So just think about that for 1 year.
I've thought about it, and we're going, and you just tell me when. And I'm all great on cruises. I never get Legionnaire's disease. I love the food. I'm fun.
Yeah, well, that's a win. That's a win.
I'm fun. Go on.
But honestly, it gave me this opportunity to be back in the house with my family and to really reconnect with them. I come home for holidays and I'm on the phone with my mom like consistently. But being here really showed me how hard she works, number one, in, giving up her freedom and, in individual life in Dallas to move back to Paris to help take care of my grandma who's 82, who's in a wheelchair. And my grandma is just so sweet. And it also showed me so much around that I could be of service, like how much I can help out and how much that I can help bring joy. And, I run things a little, I'm type A fish, Scorpio. I want to bring in certain levels of efficiency that'll make this work, So it's been really nice. I got rooms painted here at the house. Now, let's be honest. My mom, she's the handy one. She painted the rooms, but I picked the colors. See, this color that I'm sitting in this room right now is Dusty Rose.
I would call it aubergine, interestingly enough. It's giving me it is a dusty rose. It's kind of more purpley to me, but it's not the point. I don't want to waste time on the color, but yeah.
Take that up with Glidden. Okay? Whatever how you pronounce that paint.
Glidden.
The Glidden. It's the paint.
I'll bring it up. Wait, Shange, because I know you don't have a lot.
But it's been nice.
First of all, I feel like if it were up to me, I would keep you here until the sun was coming up and we were both out of our minds. I don't ever want to stop talking to you, which is, I realize, impossible. But I do want to ask you.
This is a good date. You should bring Patti LaBelle next time.
I know. I'm great on dates. By the way, aren't I good? I ask questions. I answer. I let it equal. I'm such a great date. But you know what the problem is? There are no men left. It's like this town, New York, has. I was walking with a friend of mine today. We were talking about it. And I don't know what has happened in this city. And this was before the pandemic. So I won't even use the pandemic as the excuse. But men just don't know how to act anymore. It's crazy. It's like the littlest things.
And that's weird to me, Michelle, because originally I thought, New York is the biggest city.
I know.
It's going to have the most men. But you know what? It's also, I believe that in a city like New York, everything is go, 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 get. And there are so many people, no one wants to really settle down. You come to Texas and they're like, honey, we're buying a home and I can't live in this home by myself. I need a wife.
If I moved to Texas,
I need some kids and a
I
dog.
would be the Christy Turlington of Texas. I don't know why.
Yes,
I'm fat in New York. And if I moved to Texas, people would be like, do you eat? I'd be like, no, I don't eat. I would be miniature there. That's obviously a stereotype, but you know what I'm saying by that. I just feel like I want to move to a town where if I'm a 6 here, let me be an 8 in a different place. You know what I mean? But it's fine.
Oh, baby, you are a 10. And I think anytime you walk into a room, you already know. First of all, you have this beautiful hair, and I've always said this about you. You have this, I love that kind of brownish auburny kind of hair, and you know how to party. You have these beautiful model eyes.
Oh my God, Shan, we are on a date.
Gorgeous smile. And you're also fun. Who wants to be married or tied up with someone that you're not having a good time? That's what I told my cousin the other day. If you're going to get married, baby, please be a good friend with the person for at least 2 years beforehand. Don't be no 90-day fiance. Don't be no married at first sight. Be a friend of someone. And that's why I say, even for me dating, I want to, maybe I already know them or maybe I met them in my past.
I like what you're saying.
Because I want to be friends.
Would you ever date one of the other Drag Race girls?
Oh, you know me. I would date anybody. I'd give everybody a chance. Probably why I have a horrible reputation. But
I feel like this podcast, I'm a great matchmaker. And you know that the only people who listen to this podcast are women and gay men. So I feel like there might be, I don't know. I'm getting a vibe right now, Shanji. You never know.
Don't you start filling my inbox, girl.
Look at my
Everybody
face.
I heard you was looking for a date.
Look at my face. Look at this. There's no filler. This is just fat. Like I'm ready to make something happen for you. I'm excited.
Well, here's the one thing that I'm looking for in this stage of my life. I need to be inspired. I need to feel like I need to pull up even more in order to live up to the standard of my boo. Like, and I need to be able to look at you like, look at my boo. He is doing it. And when I go and talk about you to other people, I want to brag too. By
the way,
oh baby, he just invented a cure for COVID. You know my husband. You know the one that invented the cure for COVID.
I want to marry him too. I hope that they're partners at the lab, and that we can just go. Let's marry lab partners.
That's a rom-com. That's our rom-com, girl. That's our Kate Hudson and our Anne Hathaway.
Wait, we actually should write. That would be my dream because
Lab Wars.
Lab Wars is so, or Lab Whores is another one. I'm trying to think of what Lab Partners. There are lab things. Wait a minute. Absolutely Labulous.
Yes.
There's a lot.
From drag to lab. Absolutely drag. Ab lab.
Shanji, I would die to work with you again. And I say it again because we worked on like a 10-second promo. I'm like, oh, my old coworker, Shangela. But really, you are one of the funniest. Like, wait, do you remember? Can I say one funny thing though? It just makes me laugh. And this is not to make you look bad at all. It's obviously hilarious. I interviewed you on Sirius. What was it, like a month ago? It was recently, 2 months ago, maybe. Over the phone. Obviously, it sucks because we're not Zooming. It's, just voice. Early in the morning. Or, you know what I'm going to say?
I know exactly what you're going to say.
Early, and I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, my girl Shange, I love him. Like, I can't wait. This is going to be so fun. And then you were so great in the interview because you're obviously funny and the best. And then after it was, and I was like, oh, so great to talk to you. I was so excited. Then after the whole thing was over, you went, and like, we're off air. You go, wait, is this Michelle? I was like, yes. I had no clue. I was like, yeah, it's me.
It clicked. I'm gonna tell you because we do these press tours.
Yeah,
a lot
of course.
Of times,
no, I get it.
Back to back, and I try my best a lot of times to like look up who I'm talking to, or I ask my publicist Charlie, who's amazing, to say like, tell me who I'm talking to or whatever, and they do. But we get so many, so I'm like, all right, baby, here we go, crank me in, let's do it. And you have one of those like voices. So when I'm talking to you, I'm like, oh, this girl, we're having a good time, and it didn't click to me because I knew you as Michelle, not necessarily Michelle Collins. Yeah. And be Michelle Collins. So, and Michelle is, a beautiful name, but of course there are a couple probably other Michelles somewhere out there. So I literally at the end of it, because I was like, this is my home. Wait a sec, this can't be my homegirl. Michelle? And you literally were like, yes, girl, Michelle. And I was like, oh my God. I felt so stupid,
it made me laugh.
I felt
so much.
bad.
So I'm glad that we could have this podcast at least to reconnect. And so you see me, I put such, wait, do you ever shop at Fashion Nova? I'm obsessed. I know you have to go. We have a minute.
I have not. I'm not a good online shopper. My friend Nick Vosian shops a lot for me online. He'll send me links to stuff and I'll just be like, please just get it for me because I'm short. I've like an extra small at the H&M or a small. It's always hard to find clothes for me, and I have to try stuff on in order to know if it's gonna look right on me. I can't order online, and I'm so bad. If I order something, I'm never sending it back. Even if I don't like it, even if I open, I'm like, that's horrible. I'm just not a sender backer.
But like this shit is so cheap.
I just don't follow.
This shit is so cheap, and I'm saying,
oh, for
this
real?
is $30. This thing I have on, I have like its little mini dress, $30. It's cute. I mean, you can't see it. I don't feel like,
oh, you look
it's cute.
But see, as a boy, I'm so plain Jane. Like right now, I'm in this purple Spirit Day t-shirt from Glad because I love Glad and I support no bullying. But honestly, they send it to me for free in the mail. So anything, I got a ton of in my, I got my pandemic clothes. Remember, I came here thinking I was going to stay in Paris for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And so I've been living out of those same suitcases for the last 3 weeks besides anything that I've ordered online. So I'm just easy breezy. I don't go nowhere. Where I go? Walmart, TikTok. I'm good.
Guess what? Breaking up with your old wireless provider just got a whole lot easier thanks to Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile is introducing their unlimited data plan for just $30 a month. Just let that sink in a minute. An unlimited plan for $30. How much is your soon-to-be ex-wireless provider charging you? Now, for people that hate their phone bill and are ready to cut ties with big wireless, Mint Mobile offers their premium unlimited plan for just $30 a month. I'm going to keep saying it until it fully sinks in, all right? And by going online only and eliminating the traditional costs of retail, Mint Mobile passes significant savings on to you. All plans come with unlimited talk and text, plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. And you can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all of your existing contacts. And if you're not 100% satisfied, Mint Mobile has you covered with their 7-day money-back guarantee. So guys, it's time. Break up with Big Wireless and switch to Mint Mobile's premium unlimited data plan for $30 a month. To get your new unlimited wireless plan for just $30 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Michelle. That's mintmobile.com/Michelle, MICHELLE. Cut your unlimited wireless bill to $30 a month at mintmobile.com/Michelle. I know that your publicist is going to actually drag me out with a hook. So last question, because I promised I'd ask you about it. Are you besties with Gaga? Have you talked to Bradley? I need to know. You know that when I saw the best part of A Star Is Born, when you showed up on that screen, an ostrich egg fell out of my V-hole. I was like, I cannot believe that Shangela's in this movie. Just 10 seconds, because I know you have to go.
I'm going to give you 25 seconds, because I got to tell you, I would lick that woman's toenail. I love Lady Gaga. I am so thankful to her and to Bradley, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say it mostly to Gaga and to Bradley, because I don't want Bradley coming back and getting me. Mr. Cooper, I'm sorry. I love you. But I remember the audition for this film, A Star Is Born, and they were originally casting a role that was a Marilyn Monroe impersonator. And I didn't go in for the audition because I was like, look, if they're going spot on Marilyn, baby, that ain't my role. I'm black. She ain't black. I can put on the blonde wig all day, but I ain't gonna look like a Marilyn. I'm not going. Well, I got an email from Bobby Campbell, who's Gaga's manager. And he said, hey, LG and I heard that you didn't come in for the audition. LG really wanted to see you for this role. Is there a reason you didn't go in? Well,
wow.
Well, baby, you don't have to tell me twice who LG is. And if LG is asking for the doll, I went over to Hollywood Twin Costumes. I bought that white little blow-up dress, the Marilyn. I got the blonde wig. I put a little mole right here, above my lip. And I went over there and I sang, I want to be loved by you. Yeah.
Wow.
I was doing all that. Girl came out the room. I remember getting a call and they said, they're not going to go forward with the Marilyn role, but they really liked you so much, they're going to write you into it and give you greater dialogue, and you're going to be the bar owner, and you can be Shangela. And I said, oh!
Unbelievable.
And when I see LG, this is the thing about, this is how much, so to answer your question, no, I don't think we're besties. I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah,
I don't have her number either. I got everybody else.
I was going to say, I don't love that for you. By the way, every time you say LG, I think Lindsey Graham when I want to puke. So I'm just like,
no.
The other LG that we love. Okay, go on though. I don't like that you don't have her number, but I'm willing to continue to listen. Go on.
No, I don't have her number, but I'll tell you this. Every time that I have seen this woman in person, and we're talking on the set of Star Is Born, we're talking at the SAG Awards where she and Bradley made it possible for me and Willem to attend the SAG Awards and sit at the table
Very
with
nice.
them. We're talking, I was able to go to the Oscars and be the first drag queen in drag to ever walk the Oscars red carpet. And then to the Star Is Born premiere in London, when we both had on these beautiful gowns and such, when I saw her on that carpet, now mind you, everybody's calling her name. Everybody. She saw me and she was like, hello, actress. That's how she, and even when I went to the House Labs launch, when she sees me, she gives me big, real hugs. Yeah. I've performed for the Born This Way Foundation in New York with her mother. I just saw her at the concert down in Miami. She called me out when she was doing the Vegas residency. She's going through a list. She's on the piano and she's going, and tonight Gayle King is here. And tonight Rita Ora is here. And Christina Aguilera is here. Oh, and my girl Shangela is here. And then she proceeded to go, who also deserves her own residency in Vegas. I'm just saying. She said this on the mic at her concert. Okay.
Yeah, she's right.
This woman really likes me. So I honor her. I love her. She's one of the people who inspired me to do Feed the Queens, because remember when the pandemic first started and she was like, I called up the heads of all these companies and raised $30 million, right? For the world's health. that's what inspired me to get on the phone and start trying to fundraise amongst my, wealthy friends and my fans to help feed our drag community. I love Lady Gaga.
I love this story, and I'm so grateful that you told not just me, everyone listening about it, because I obviously love her so much, and I absolutely agree that you do need a residency. I don't know why you don't have one yet. Hopefully when we're all vaccinated.
Let me tell you, I had one. I didn't want to tell this to her.
I'm about to go. I'm about to end this thing early that you had one.
If she wants to finance me, that's fine. I'll go back.
Where was it?
But in 16, at the Paris Hotel Casino, I did a show called 53X. Now, I was the hostess and star of the show, but the people who put it on were also on Chippendales. And I think at the time, they were just a little cautious about having a drag entertainer. It's like the Shangela show. So it was me and 8 dancers, 5 guys, 5 girls, and it was a sexy show. Get it, 53X. It spells sex. No one got it. Anyway,
I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
I did the show 5 nights a week. I lived in Vegas for the whole 6-month contract. Wow. And it was really cool. And like people who are devout, Shangy fans, they will remember, girl, she was in Vegas. I was on the Jumbotron. I had little buses driving down the streets of the Strip with just me on it, honey. Me and a microphone holding like this. Nobody knew what the show was.
53X. Never forget. 53X. I think you said 53 acts. I was like, how long was the show? I don't like the sound of it. Listen, Shangy, my love for you, I know I'm not as famous or as talented as Lady Gaga, but my love and hers are the same because I genuinely could listen to you forever. And if anybody deserves to have, I hate to say the word podcast, I think this sounds like more than just a podcast, but a voice and a platform to just be yourself and be so funny, it's you. So I'm so excited about your new show. It's called Hallelujah Happy Hour on Spotify. First episode is already out, right? So people can listen to it.
Yes. With me and Bob the Drag Queen. And it's free.
And I love Bob the Drag Queen also. So that's just like a perfect, I feel like what a funny pairing too, because he's a little more serious than you are.
Yeah, you're going to enjoy it. Yeah. She cracks me up and I get her to giggle too.
No, because Bob's a little serious, but like geniusly funny. So I love the pairing. I'm excited. And listen, everything you've been doing, We Are Here is also on HBO. You can watch that on HBO Max, I'm sure. And just please keep us posted on everything that you're doing and working on. And the world is waiting for you to just become even bigger and all over the place. I can't wait for it.
Thank you so much, Michelle.
I really mean it.
I love you, boo.
I love you.
And every time I get on the phone with you now, I'm going to start it with, now this is Michelle Collins, right? My homegirl, Michelle Collins, right?
Next time I hang up, I'm going to be like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing it. Click. No, of course, I'll eat a big pile of shit.
That was Shangela? Was that Shangela the whole time? Shangela? Oh.
You're like, it's DJ. I have no clue who it is. By the way, follow Shangela at It's Shangela on Twitter and Instagram. Shangy, go be with your family. Thank you for taking so much time to talk to me. I really adore you. I'm such a fan. I appreciate it.
I love you.
Bye, guys. It's Midnight Snack. I'm Michelle Collins at Mishcall. Follow me, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Earlier in the episode, you guys heard me raving about how much I love riding my electric bike that I got from Aventon. So just a reminder, these bikes are super fun. It can be a little intimidating at first, but I'm telling you that once you get the kick of it, you're going to be hooked. The kick of it? I invented it and I'm going with it. It'll be tough to ever go back to a traditional bike. And like I said, the folks over at Aventon now wanted to hook our listeners up with a brand new electric bike of your very own. They just unveiled this new model. It's called the Level Step Through Commuter e-bike. I want it. That's not even the one I have. And they're giving one away to one lucky listener. So if you want a chance to win, I suggest you head over to aventon.com/midnightsnack to enter. While you're there, check out their full line of e-bike models. I have the Pace 500, and let me just tell you, my legs swing over it. I feel like I'm getting on big horse. I love it. There's no way you're not going to have a blast riding one of these things around town. Just take it from me. Again, go to aventon.com/midnightsnack. You're going to enter before November 30th. That's a cool nearly 3 months. You have to enter this for a chance to win your very own Aventon electric bike. Good luck. I'm really rooting for you, specifically you. And thanks for listening.
Forever Dog.
This has been a Forever Dog production. Midnight Snack with Michelle Collins is executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. Produced by Tracy Soren. Original theme music by Gabe Lopez. Cover art by Ben Wiseman. To listen to this podcast ad-free, sign up for Forever Dog Plus at foreverdogpodcasts.com/plus. Check out video clips of our podcasts on YouTube at youtube.com/foreverdogteam. And make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Forever Dog Team to keep up with all the latest Forever Dog news. 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 News.